A very warm welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 with me, Akanksha Swaroop. We dive into the newscast with a big CNN News 18 exclusive. CNN News 18 has accessed clinching evidence of who exactly is responsible for the daylight shooting of Sidhu Moose Wala. On the day of the murder, a call was made by the alleged shooter to the dreaded gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, who has been lodged in the Tihar jail. Now remember, the intercepted 98-second phone conversation has the shooter proudly claiming to have shot down Moose Wala and is promptly lauded by Lawrence Bishnoi. Listen in to this shocking audio clip.
हेलो
हेलो, हाँ जी जी बोलिए।
बात हो सकती है?
हाँ बिल्कुल हो सकती है,
करवाना ही जरूरी है।
डॉक्टर भाई है?
हाँ जी,
एक मिनट।
हाँ थोड़ा जल्दी बता, ऐसी लगे होल्ड पे।
चलो
लाइव स्पीकर ऑन करें, गोल्डन लाइफ ऑन। मेरी गल सुन, बहुत बहुत मुबारक भरा लो। ठीक हो? ठीक हो?
हाँ मैं ठीक है।
मैं ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी,
हैं?
ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी।
की करता?
उसे वाला मारता
मारता?
मारता मारता।
ओके चलो।
So let's try and quickly focus on that very crucial piece of audio conversation that we have accessed. Let's try and break down what the killer, the shooter, has to say. The Moose Wala murder tape, that's what we are calling it. Number one, most crucial aspect is that 98-second audio reveals that Lawrence Bishnoi plotted Moose Wala's murder. Remember, this is a dreaded gangster who was in Tihar jail when this murder took place. Secondly, the gunman called up Bishnoi just after the shooting of Sidhu Moose Wala and owned up to having shot Moose Wala. Number three, Bishnoi received calls even while lodged in Tihar. Now remember, we know that this entire murder was planned while Lawrence Bishnoi was inside Tihar jail. Tihar jail, no bar to Bishnoi operating his gang. Many questions to be answered by the administration in Tihar jail. What were authorities doing so far as Lawrence Bishnoi is concerned? How was he able to operate and rather mastermind the murder of Sidhu Moose Wala? And with that crucial point, let me play out that very, very critical audio conversation that has been accessed by CNN News 18. Let's listen in to that piece of conversation between Lawrence Bishnoi and the dreaded shooter.
हेलो
हेलो, हाँ जी जी बोलिए।
बात हो सकती है?
हाँ बिल्कुल हो सकती है,
करवाना ही जरूरी है।
डॉक्टर भाई है?
हाँ जी,
एक मिनट।
हाँ थोड़ा जल्दी बता, ऐसी लगे होल्ड पे।
चलो
लाइव स्पीकर ऑन करें, गोल्डन लाइफ ऑन। मेरी गल सुन, बहुत बहुत मुबारक भरा लो। ठीक हो? ठीक हो?
हाँ मैं ठीक है।
मैं ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी,
हैं?
ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी।
की करता?
उसे वाला मारता
मारता?
मारता मारता।
ओके चलो।
Right, for more details, let's quickly go across to our correspondent Anshul Singh, who's bringing us this piece of exclusive news story. Anshul, if you could break down that conversation for us, and what are the crucial takeaways from that conversation which has taken place in Punjabi, and what we could certainly make out is the fact that the shooter has owned up to murdering Sidhu Moose Wala and that he is apparently speaking to Lawrence Bishnoi. Has there been any confirmation in terms of this audio recording? Has the Delhi police sort of given any sort of cognizance if this is the audio of the shooter and of Lawrence Bishnoi that we are speaking of?
So yes, this has been verified by Delhi police that the audio tapes that we are showing our viewers right now, this audio tape was actually recorded, actually intercepted right after the killing of Sidhu Moose Wala, and the person who called Lawrence Bishnoi was Ankit Sirsa. Now remember, Ankit Sirsa was one of the shooters in the whole case. Approximately 6 to 7 people who had come to kill Sidhu Moose Wala. Ankit Sirsa was one of them. He was nabbed by the Delhi Police Special Cell just a few weeks ago, and this audio recordings have now come to the fore. Now, more than giving answers, this whole scenario raises more questions on the administration within the Tihar jail, because remember, the call that was picked up was not picked up by Lawrence Bishnoi, but was picked up by one of the gang members. He was initially operating the whole gang, and he was initially plotting the whole move from inside the jails, and that has what has come to the fore. The call that was picked up by one of the gang members of Lawrence Bishnoi. He initially spoke to Ankit Sirsa, and after which he gave the phone to Lawrence Bishnoi. Now another thing that has come to the fore is that Lawrence Bishnoi actually knew that this call could be recorded, so the conversation that happened in Punjabi was a very, very short conversation if you look at it. And Lawrence Bishnoi asked him, "Kar dita" means "ho gaya? Have you done it?" He just says yes, and then he says "Kato, phone kato, cut the call." That is just the conversation that he had with Lawrence Bishnoi. Before that, he was speaking to one of the gang members of Lawrence Bishnoi. So yes, he somewhere or the other, Lawrence Bishnoi knew that this call could be traced. So he
Anshul,
spoke in
stay
the
with
most
us.
limited.
Stay with us since you're breaking down that very brief conversation as you highlighted. I'd also like to play out that conversation once again. It's a piece of very crucial evidence, as you just mentioned, has been verified by the Delhi police. Let's play out that conversation again for our viewers.
हेलो
हेलो, हाँ जी जी बोलिए।
बात हो सकती है?
हाँ बिल्कुल हो सकती है।
करवाना ही जरूरी है बहुत
डॉक्टर भाई
जरूरी।
है?
हाँ जी,
एक मिनट।
हाँ थोड़ा जल्दी बता, ऐसी लगे होल्ड पे
चलो
लाइव स्पीकर ऑन करें, गोल्डन लाइफ ऑन। मेरी गल सुन, बहुत बहुत मुबारक भरा नु। ठीक हो? ठीक हो?
हाँ मैं ठीक है। ठीक
मैं ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी,
है?
ज्ञानी चढ़ाता गड्डी,
की करता?
उससे वाला मारता
मारता?
मारता मारता।
ओके, कर लो।